Welcome to Cooking with Friends. Today we will be making vegan chocolate chip cookies, and I just want to explain a couple of things. Some of you want to make vegan chocolate chip cookies because you want to reduce the amount of cholesterol that you're eating. So you want to reduce the milk or the eggs. Some of you may be making vegan chocolate chip cookies because you have a vegan in your life and you want to make something for them. So let me just explain a couple of things. You would think cookies are vegetarian, but they're not necessarily if you're using the wrong types of sugar. So letting you know, white sugar is typically not vegan. It is bone charred, so vegans will not eat white sugar. So if you're just making it because you want to reduce the cholesterol in your life, go ahead and use your white sugar. Sugar is sugar, it's the same amount of calories. But if you're making it for a vegan, you will want to do sugar in the raw. You will want to make sure that your brown sugar is a natural brown sugar and it has not been bone charred. Typically brown sugar is safe, but every once in a while you'll come across something that isn't. But if you buy something that is marked vegan or it's a natural product like this, you're pretty good. Also, chocolate chips. Don't assume all dark chocolate is vegan. A lot of dark chocolate, they put milk in it. There's all kinds of vegan chocolate chips on the market. Here's one brand. I like this one because it uses fair trade chocolate. It's more expensive because it uses fair trade chocolate, but the HU or Human brand is good. This is a new brand that's come out, or at least it's new to where at my grocery store. This one is dairy free. And then I do enjoy these oat milk baking chips. So I will probably use a mix of the oat milk and these in my cookies today. The other thing, eggs. That is the thing that typically people get hung up on because cookies need some kind of binder. So you can use a couple of different egg substitutes. You can use an avocado. You can use flaxseed eggs. Or you can use silken tofu, which is what I'm going to use today. But if you have a nice ripe avocado, if you blend it really well and you want about a half a cup of avocado, this will make a thicker, cakier like cookie. Really good. You don't know that there's avocado in it. Flaxseed eggs, I've made chocolate chip cookies with those. I do taste the flaxseed. Where when I'm making pasta or breads, the flaxseed taste, you don't notice it, but in cookies I do. So since I'm making these cookies for other people, I'm not going to use the flaxseed, but it does add a lot of good nutrients and it tastes good. It's just a little different. Silken tofu. This is my go-to for making chocolate chip cookies, and you have to make sure that it is silken. Get the silken soft, and you will blend this up and that will become your egg substitute. All right, let's get cooking. In an effort to keep my videos shorter, I went ahead and got some of the ingredients out. I put organic all-purpose flour, salt, and baking soda and mixed this well. Then I got the 3/4 cup sugar and 3/4 cup packed brown sugar. So I have that in a bowl. I have whipped my margarine. Now, there's many different vegan margarines on the market. I make my own, and I know you don't want to do that. You can buy, what's the name of the brand? Hold on. I'm going to find it. Can't believe I forgot. Earth Balance, this is the soy one. They make one without soy, so it depends on what you like. There's some other brands that are even better. This is just one that I can get in the local grocery store. So after you whip your butter, make sure that it is softened. Go ahead and put your sugar in and beat that until it's nice and smooth. Okay, I have beat this for a while and you can see it's a nice fluffy consistency. That's something that you want. And then after you do that, you want to go ahead and add the silken tofu. Make sure you blend it. Even though it's soft, if you don't blend it first, you'll have tofu chunks in your cookie, and nobody wants that. So go ahead and blend it smooth. And I tend to put a half a cup, so a quarter a cup per egg, but I don't mind if it's heaping, it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna put that in. Because I couldn't quite get the whole quarter cup, I'm gonna put just a little bit more. All right, and then the next thing, let me get a paper towel. The next thing is your vanilla. Now, I've become a vanilla snob. I really like vanilla bean paste, and I just ordered some vanilla beans, and I'm gonna make my own paste because you know I'm odd like that. But if you're gonna use an extract, make sure you use a pure vanilla extract. Watkins is a good brand, but I really like vanilla bean paste. It gives it a good flavor. So I'm gonna go ahead, if I can possibly open it, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in, there we go. So I'm gonna put my teaspoon of vanilla bean paste in there. And then I'm gonna whip it again. Now that I have everything nice and whipped, and you want it to almost look like whipping cream, nice and whipped, then I'm going to start adding the flour mixture a little bit at a time, and then just mix that with my mixer. As it incorporates, I just stop and put more flour in. Okay, this part becomes a personal preference. I like my cookies to spread out and be thin. I don't like cake-like cookies, but if you like cake-like cookies, that's cool. But I like to thin it out with a plant-based milk, and you can use soy milk, oat milk, almond milk, whatever kind. And I will just take and put maybe a tablespoon to start of plant-based milk and blend it up. And it's gonna be something that's just to your personal preference and just to kind of, you'll have to see. But I just like to add a little bit because I wanted a softer consistency so my cookies spread. So I'm gonna add that so I can look at the consistency. And honestly, I want a little bit more. So probably 2 tablespoons, almost. You like my exact measurements? Okay, that's what I wanna see. I wanna see it falling off instead of being just kind of a thick glump. So that's better. Now I'm gonna add my chips, and how many chips you add is up to you. I'm gonna add maybe a cup or a little bit more. You can put chopped nuts or something like that. I find the more extra ingredients I put in, a little bit more plant-based milk needs to be added to make sure that it's a nice consistency. Okay, I have preheated my oven on 350. You'll have to gauge the bake time. It's anywhere from 8 to 12 minutes. I usually set it for 8 minutes. I look at it. Usually it takes my oven about 10 to make these cookies. You just don't want to burn them. So I just have a small scoop and I scoop them out just like I would ice cream. And maybe have an inch in between because they are going to spread. And then I will pop them in the oven. We'll see in just a minute. This ended up making 44 cookies, so there's plenty to give to the neighbors, to Mr. Mike, and Michael gets some. I did end up adding just a little bit more plant-based milk to my second batch. It was just still a little thick. They do come out very puffy and then they fall down. Okay, I haven't tasted yet. You always have to taste, okay? So this one I broke open just to make sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and taste this one. Let's see. Disgusting, nobody should eat these. No, I can't give them to anybody. All right, these ended up turning out really good. So Please enjoy your cookies and send me pictures after you make them.